Hi all, welcome back to the final whistle then for another match preview on the channel. It's the East Midlands derby this weekend. Will Jamie Vardy get his 200th Leicester City goal this weekend? And will we cost Nottingham Forest a Champions League place? Is the questions, Leicester, of course, have had former Forest manager Steve Cooper in the camp this season. And all I've heard from Dore is you should have kept Cooper. Well, that's another show to discuss, but I'm sure Dore's going to bring it up like he does. He's been bombarding me all season about Steve Cooper. Obviously, a big admirer of Steve Cooper was DoreOntour, but we're going to chat about it. East Midlands derby, Forest versus Leicester. Well, it'll be the last East Midlands derby until we go and play derby next season. So, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you haven't subscribed already. Please get down and do so. Hello to all the Nottingham Forest fans who are coming over to watch. I really appreciate it. It should be a good show with Dore. Me and Dore have been very much banter all season. Very good friends, but not when these two sides meet, for sure, mate. There's a lot of hatred. Hello to Dawn. Forest 0, Leicester 3. That's music to my ears, Dawn. That is music to my ears. I hope Vardy scores his 200th, mate. If it's the last-minute winner at the City ground, mate, that'd be a fairy tale ending to him leaving Leicester, and that'd be a goodbye present from me to Dore. As we go down to the Championship, Dave Cruz, how are we? How are we doing, mate? Evening, Martin. How are we, mate? Hope you're well. Whilst I can't see us getting anything from the game, there would be a sprinkle of magic if Vardy gets his 200th goal against the Forest. Well. Let me change my background before Dore comes on. I don't want it to be seen like it's being played at the King Power Stadium. We are going to the City ground, as Dore likes to call it, the world-famous City ground. It's like me wanting to call it the world-famous King Power Stadium, mate. But, let's get into it. Forest versus Leicester. And here he is, the main man, DoreOntour. Dore, how are we?
I feel great, Jack. I feel great.
Yeah,
I'm so happy to be back on your channel and give you a bit of... I give you some issues, man. My favourite Leicester fan. As you know. Yep. As Jack says, from the start of the season, we're having a little fun. He goes, like I said, he goes to every single game like I do. But this should be fun. But how are you, Jack, my friend, mate? I hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm coping. To think this could have been the game where people were thinking it could be the game where Forest relegates us, but I'm glad we've got it over and done with.
Can you repeat that again?
I'm glad we've got it over and done with. Because if you lot had sent us down, Jesus Christ, I don't think I don't know where to put my face. If I'm honest, but it's been a awful season from start to finish, and rightfully relegated.
First of all, Jack, before we do talk about the game, what happened at your place when we beat you 3-1? Can we talk about it?
No,
are we allowed to talk about it?
I think I need to start banning you and blocking your number.
Right. So let me get it straight, right? I was on Jax's channel 2 years ago, and they've absolutely battered us. What's the score? Was it 4 or 5-0? I think it was 4-0.
Yeah.
And Jack absolutely destroyed me. You put the video clip together with you scoring. Shout out to my friend Alan, and yes, top lad, Forest. Yes, Alan, Fulham fan as well. Shout out to Alan as well. He clipped me when you lot scored 4 goals, and my reaction afterwards. To be fair, it was very good. But this time, I'm looking for revenge. I did clip you, though. I did clip you from when we beat you 3-1.
You did.
But it's revenge.
You got paid from me. You did, yeah.
But it's revenge.
Dore, if anyone doesn't know you, obviously, let them know where they can find you and what you do regarding Nottingham Forest.
I know we're live on my channel as well, but he's hosting. this guy is hosting. So make sure everyone's subscribed.
I actually kick him off, really.
Exactly. I'm not in control, people. So make sure everyone's subscribed to Final Whistle as well. But as you know, I follow Forest up and down the country.
Piss off, get out of the chat, mate.
So yeah, I follow Forest up and down the country, and DoreOntour. It's been a great season. We beat you lot 3-1, very easy. We're 6, but I'm happy. We've had a great season. I've had a great season. I've had a great content as content creators. We are, Jack. I've had a great time as a Forest fan. But listen, seeing Leicester down, it moves to my ears.
Yeah, and a load of gloating.
Look, every time Jack loses, get on the blower. Jack has never phoned me. Well, he did text me once when we lost to it was at Brentford as well.
Was it Bournemouth?
Bournemouth, yeah, it was. So
was it? Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a great season for me. But like I said, people, if you do want to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'm on 12k, I think. So please do, people, subscribe to me and make sure everyone subscribes to Jack, because I know, banter aside, Jack follows the channel, follows Leicester. Even if you are losing every single game, and I'm happy about it, but you're going to give the guy credit and give him his flowers as well. So, Forest fans, please show some love to Jack. If you're watching on my channel, go over to Jack's channel to subscribe. Then come back on my channel, because my channel's better. So that's what I
am. Dore, Forest versus Leicester. The East Midlands derby's come back round again. It'll be the last time we play you for a bit. Obviously, we've got your noisy neighbours next season in the Championship.
Who?
Them lot down the road, who you love so much. And
who? Yeah. People in the comments, who's he talking about? I don't know who he's talking about.
Derby County.
Who? Who? No, Jack, to be fair, and all 4 fans might think the same, I've not heard from them for the last 3 years. So that's what I'm saying, who? It's like a next door neighbour leaving. So I don't know who you're talking about.
Already, so they can't contact you, though.
They can't contact me. I don't know. I think they must have gone for a little. I don't know who they are, Jack. So I do apologise. I don't know who he's talking about. So yeah, next.
Unbelievable. So yeah, Forest v Leicester. Obviously, it's 2 different types of how things have gone this season. You know, Forest are up there, and rightfully so. You know, hats off to you for your hard work this season, and with Nuno getting the best out of his team, and he's a good manager. He is. You know, he's one that I would have liked after Brendan Rodgers. Obviously, I've spoken about Nuno a few times when he was at Wolves and that, but yeah, you lot have had a very. Some would say you've overachieved, but you know, I think it's Forest fans. If someone would have said to you at the start of the season you'd be in the top 6 around Europe, I think you'd have snapped their hands off, because you lot had been sort of thinking, you know what, you're sort of looking over your shoulder with like the relegation battles, aren't you, again? But you've improved this season massively. The players have come out, the Hudson-Odois, Langas, Chris Wood stepped up. Obviously, you've got Murillo, and is it Milinkovic as well?
Milinkovic, yeah.
Yeah. Well, how have you lot sort of found your season, to be fair?
You know what, Jack? Like I said, it's been a crazy, crazy season. And did I expect to be this? No. Not at all. You know what the main objective was, Jack? And you might say the same. And yeah, Leicester are down, joke aside. But our main objective was to stay clear from the bottom 3. And when we beat Liverpool 1-0, I don't want to rub it in, but we beat Liverpool away 1-0. The only
biggest win in your history, mate. What are you on about?
Pardon?
That's the biggest win in your Premier League history, mate.
Listen, I don't care. We beat Liverpool. We beat Liverpool away. That's Forest fans in the comments. That like of all games that we've had a fantastic away form. In my lifetime, beating Liverpool away is the best. Derby, we love beating them, but beating Liverpool away 1-0, and they've won the league as well. Liverpool can just say, oh, we could have been unbeaten. But guess what, Liverpool fans? We came to your patch and we beat you easy. So, but joke aside, it's been a fantastic season for us fans. Like I said, especially that 6th round, it's been amazing. And the players that you mentioned, like I said, Milenkovic, for me so far, he's been the player of the season for me. I was having a little chat with Simon on the way to the game the other day against Palace, and I said, "Who's my man of the match?" And he was saying, "I can mention everyone, like Milenkovic, Murillo, Anderson. There's loads of them I can read off. Even Sells. Technically, Sells is the best goalkeeper in the Premier League with all the clean sheets. So, listen, I can read all names out. I'm not going to say it because there's so much to talk about. But listen, everyone's been fantastic, and being 6th in the Premier League, can't complain. I can't complain one bit. But it's been a great season, and yes, and hopefully we finish on a high.
Yeah, you're where we want to be, or where we was. Let's be honest. Leicester's season. I mean, fucking hell, how do we describe Leicester's season? It's been awful.
Where shall we start?
What's been your thoughts on Leicester? Obviously, we're going to bring up the man himself, Steve Cooper. Yeah, so I'll tell you what. Let's talk about Steve Cooper. Leicester signed him, didn't they, as manager at the start of the season. A few eyebrows raised within the fan base about why have we gone for Cooper over other managers. Obviously, Cooper had kept Forest up, didn't he, before he left. But then, Leicester fans were like, it's not my cup of tea, this. It felt like very much a panic appointment because of how long we'd left things with other managers and that. And what was your thoughts on Cooper going to Leicester, though?
Listen to me, Steve Cooper, and I think 99.9% will always love Steve Cooper. Whatever, regardless what people say, if they're a fan of him, that 0.1% who dislikes Steve Cooper, I always love him for what he did for the club. He got us from the Premier League. And when he went to Leicester, he's a manager. He's got to have a job.
He is.
And I understand it with Leicester they wanted someone else before him, and when no one wants to join your club, because you remember you had Maresco, who's gone to Chelsea, and you've got to be better than him. I'm not saying Steve Cooper is better than Maresca. I'm saying with Leicester's ambitions, remember you had to sell Dewsbury Hall because, and in hindsight, you should have sold him, got rid of him because you're still beyond FFP, I think it was. But me personally, and I don't care if I get stick by these people, and that idiot who's on 12th man who called me an arsehole, you know who you're talking about. Listen, you can say in hindsight, and from Leicester's eyes, it was tough for him.
Yeah, it was always
very tough. And like I said, and yes, Premier League, it's very hard for whatever it was, and I was a little bit disappointed. And I'll be brutally honest on this. This is truthful. I wanted Leicester to stay up because of Steve Cooper.
Yeah,
that's the main thing. But then when you're losing games and you're playing, like I said, this is what Leicester fans say: playing rubbish football, but you're still winning games.
Yeah.
And I said to you, right, when Steve Cooper got sacked, and I spoke to you, Jack, and I said to Jack, listen, Ruud van Nistelrooy, yes, he won 3 games for Manchester United, but he hasn't got that experience for Premier League football.
Even it says.
He hasn't got that experience. So
no.
It seems like no one wanted to join Leicester. And Ruud van Nistelrooy again, Steve Cooper, was bottom of the list.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So, me personally, again, and I feel the 3 teams, like I said, Leicester, Ipswich, Southampton, was the 3 worst teams. But I still think, you would have got relegated.
Yeah.
but I feel Steve Cooper would have got more points than Ruud because you didn't score at home at all. But at the same time, you got to criticize Steve Cooper, and I don't know. It's like the same at Forest. He didn't. Was it his choice of players to bring in? Yeah, it was Ayew you brought in. That was a Steve Cooper choice.
If he could build a team full of the Ayews, he would. That's exactly what I'd say about him because he had Andre Ayew, didn't he, at Forest?
Yeah, Andre Ayew at Forest, and he was rubbish. He was rubbish. But at the same time, listen to him. I don't care what done. Like I said, he kept Forest in the Premier League.
He did, yeah.
But you still get that 0.1% of Forest fans will slag him off at any point or any stream. And people have an opinion. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because now we've got Nuno and he's done fantastic for the club. But I still feel Cooper should have kept Cooper for one season and see what it was. Because, like I said, it's if but maybes.
Yeah, it is, like Terry says, yeah.
Yeah. So, listen, I still it's sad how it happened with Steve Cooper. But listen, I don't care. And I don't give a I'm not going to swear. There might be kids watching. He's always going to be a legend in my eyes. But I still feel like Leicester should have kept him a little bit longer. Had that January window. Because who did Ruud bring in January? Exactly.
Someone who I've seen play about a couple of games and gone missing.
Exactly, and that's my point. So now Ruud didn't bring no one in. Cooper could have brought one or two players in, and he could have been a tad better. But that's it. If but maybes. But at the end of the day, I personally think Cooper should have stayed. But what do I know? Because I get called Cooper lover and all of that, and because I don't slag him off, and the other Forest fan slags him off consistently. But it is what it is. And he knows who he is. So
it was always a difficult appointment. It was. Obviously, fans would see it as he managed Forest, but if you look what Wes Morgan did at Leicester, and he supported Forest and played for Forest and won what he'd won, it always felt like, he was the only man who wanted the job at the time. Obviously, Leicester were desperate, so they had to sort of bring in somebody. Obviously, Steve Cooper was the man, obviously, give him credit for taking the Leicester job at the time. People had seen the mess Leicester are in, top to bottom, with PSR and everything like that. And they're like, yeah, do I take Leicester because they'll go down anyway? It's like, no, I don't want it on my CV. But Steve Cooper's like, hold on a minute. I like a challenge. This is what I want.
It was a tough challenge from Jack. It was a very tough challenge. Very tough challenge. Because like I said, you sell Jimmy Hall, to Chelsea. He was your favourite best player from last from last season, and then the pressure that bringing Steve Cooper in, he was a dead man walking anyway. Come to your club,
you're really good at nothing.
Yeah, because of the connection with Forest.
Yeah.
So whatever happened to him? Like, and this is the thing, right? And I just seen a comment. If Leicester finished fourth to bottom, would you be happy?
Well, yeah, because you stayed up.
That's my point.
That was the whole scenario this season, where when you come into the Premier League, no matter what the golf is or anything like that, your job as a manager is to get them 17th. That's my
mindset. I think, Jack, like I said, with the teams from that, and this is no disrespect to any other clubs. Like I'm happy to be sixth, really happy.
Yeah.
But we should. But teams like no disrespect, the so-called lower clubs, their aim is stay clear from bottom three.
Yeah.
That's anything's a bonus. But end of the day, it is what it is. Leicester are relegated. I'm a tad happy because Ruud. I think bad. It was about. I was on another Leicester channel when Ruud was pointing. I said to him, I think it was Anthony. It's a bad choice because he's got no experience. He's come from a Dutch league. Come on.
Different.
That says it all. Like, and I said, yes, we can say Slot. He come from a Dutch league and he's won the title with Liverpool.
Yeah.
But with Slot, he didn't bring no one in. He kept the same players from last season. So yeah. Sorry for ranting.
No, with Cooper, it just felt there were no identity, no style of football. You know, his press conferences were the most babbling. You know, he'd make you look like prime Barcelona.
Jack, right? Do you think every manager's press conference is rubbish? Even Nuno says the same whole thing press conference over and over and over again. It's not, and you know what it is, Jack? It's not the manager's fault. It's the people who ask us the questions.
Yeah.
So you know what? When it comes to a press conference, I don't even watch him because you know what Nuno's going to say.
Yeah.
And Steve Cooper was exactly at Forest.
Yeah.
Same old questions. People in the chat. Does anyone watch press conferences? I don't.
I struggle. I struggle to watch Ruud van Nistelrooy's or even read them because you know what's going to come out next.
Did you know Ruud lives in Nottingham? I never knew that.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah,
he loves Nottingham, don't he? Loves it.
But like I said about Steve Cooper, it just didn't work out for him. 12 games. It was just like, yeah, the football wasn't great, was it? But the only thing I give him credit for, Dore, is he got the points. When we looked like we were never going to get any points in games, we got them. Do you know what I mean? Southampton away, we got a point out of Ipswich. Games that we should have been winning, you know, where you look to be winning games. And then we beat Bournemouth at the King Power Stadium, you know.
Right, Jack, let me ask you a question, Jack. You know the results that you won, was it Southampton away and Bournemouth at home?
Yeah.
I was, again, this Leicester fan was saying, oh, we were lucky to beat them. What do you mean you was lucky? You won the game.
That's what I mean.
You won the game. I just don't understand. You won the game. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who generally cares?
But it was difficult for him. His substitutions, his timing of subs, how he dropped Ricardo for Tarwood, players who were key to what Leicester was last season. And, you know, he'd always blame the referees and everything like that, Steve Cooper. And, yeah, I just kind of think, yeah, it just didn't work out for him. He's a nice bloke. I've met him on many occasions this season where when he was Leicester manager, I went to the Q&A when he were doing that, and he speaks like a real
gent. Did you go to Q&A?
Yeah, he's a nice bloke.
He's a lovely bloke. He's a lovely bloke. You know what it is, Jack?
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack, you know what it is? I'm sorry to disturb you again. You know what it is? You know because when he comes to Forest, it was the third game in, and he did a Q&A. And like I said, I met him as well, and I met his family as well, his brother and his son. And he's a great bloke. And yes, people will have an opinion about the manager side of it as well. And yes, they're going to be, like I said, Forest fans, 99.9% Forest fans love Cooper. And going to Leicester, it's a job. It's like me going to
support him. This is the thing. He doesn't support him. He's just there to do a job like
exactly. He's there to do a job. It's like me going to a different care home job and say, "Oh, they don't like me because I work at a different care home." It doesn't matter.
But it just didn't work out for him. I think he deserved the sack. He did, because it weren't working out, and he just didn't know how to get the best out of this team. But the thing is, with this team,
Cooper's in the A block. Cooper would be in the A block on Sunday.
His low block football though was just awful. The way he just passed
it. He wins the game, Jack. Come on, Jack. You know what? I hate the reference low block.
Yeah,
I hate it. Right. So let me put it straight. Right, low block kept us up.
Okay.
Should I moan about it?
It's you know, some games you want to see.
Right, people in the comments. Right, if low block kept you up, would you moan about it?
Well, you wouldn't know, obviously.
Well, I do know, because
the thing is with Cooper's football though, he'd hold out for 75 minutes and try and hold it 0-0. You know, when the games are there to be got at. Teams are there to be got at, but he's just a cautious manager. I just don't understand his philosophy. He's not a Premier League manager, I'll admit it. But I think he'd say the same. Championship would probably be his level at best. And he did well to get out the playoffs with Forest up to the Premier League. But in that second season, you ended up getting found out, didn't you, with the amount of batterings you took. And this has been the same at Leicester all season, when we've gone from Cooper ball to Van Nistelrooy ball, and you think, is this going to get any better? It's a huge gamble to take Ruud on, But what's Van Nistelrooy
You know
done
what?
better?
All right, let's keep it with Cooper. I think he was great for us. I think he was unlucky with you lot. But let's move on.
I think we'd have had more points.
I think you had more points.
Yeah.
But like I said, if but maybe, isn't it?
But his
transfer let's move on.
Window though is shambolic. For £20 million for Oliver Skipper to bring in Ayew for £8 million and everything like that.
How much are you?
8 million. Yeah, we brought D Cordova-Reid on a free, and if you'd have signed him for money, it'd have been a laughing stock.
At least you got him for free.
I think El Canoes were probably the best signing. He's proved to be gone on to be the best signing of the window.
Did he get that Brighton fellow?
Yeah, DoreOntour. He was good under Cooper, but then since Van Nistelrooy's coming, he's fell out with him. So it's just what's going on? Rude fancied El Canoes, and Steve Cooper fancied DoreOntour. But you can't put them both in the same team because it just doesn't work. They're the same players. I don't know. Vardy was scoring quite well under Cooper.
He's not scoring. He's not scoring past his job.
Under Van Nistelrooy, mate, it's just gone like. But yeah, Van Nistelrooy it's an awful appointment. He'll go down as one of Leicester's worst ever managers. We talk about Peter Taylor and that in the times we'd had him and that and Ian Holloway and that, but yeah, it's been an absolute shambolic season for us as a whole. But we've been lucky to score at home. I mean, we scored against Southampton at the weekend, but that shows Leicester's been bad this season, but Southampton are terrible. Do you get what I mean? It's the difference in opposition. So if we'd have played, say, Manchester City at the weekend, we probably wouldn't have won. Because we're playing Southampton, they just didn't care. They're relegated, whatever. Do you know what I mean? You're playing the worst team in the league. Yeah,
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about you lot there on Sunday. Not worried one bit.
What's your initial thoughts ahead of this game? I mean, it's probably your biggest game of the season because of where you are in the table. Obviously, it's a little East Midlands derby grudge match, should we call it, Dore?
You want your revenge, don't you? You want your revenge. You want your revenge, don't you?
We don't care about Leicester. We don't do this.
Jack, listen. Listen, people who are watching my channel will know I've got I don't even hate Leicester. I only problem with Leicester when they pipe up like yourself, Jack. Come and a certain one will say about Forest this, Forest that. Like I just generally don't care. They're not. You're not our rivals. Can't you rivals? Imagine it, Jack. Can't you going up? Like you're going down. Can't you going up?
Yeah, we're gonna kick you off now. I think that's effective. He thought I was joking. Honestly though, you lot sing about us in that. Of course you do. You know, you can.
We sing about you once. One song. One song we sing about. 5 songs will know. But
one.
No. What has it go? No, it's true. We can bump up, put Derby on top, put Leicester in the middle, burn everything. Another one is Forest fans. In the comments, what's the song called? What's that? There's Derby. It starts with Derby, then Leicester, then Chef.
Apparently, it's the Murillo chant.
No, it's
Build a bonfire.
No, what's the other one? What's the other one? It goes on with Derby and Leicester, and then Sheffield United, but Forest, we love you. But that's it. We don't talk about. We don't sing about Leicester. Stop getting gritty about it. We don't talk about Leicester.
That's the worst thing. You claim to not care about us at all. Yeah, we're not relevant to you apparently.
Jack, I wanted you lot to stay up, Jack. How can I hate you lot if I wanted you lot to stay up?
Yeah, we'll go back on the messages.
We can. Listen, you can look back at it. No, I wanted us to stay up and Cooper. And when you sacked him, go back. I want you to get relegated. Actually, receipts.
All right. Okay.
Listen, when Leicester won the Premier League, I was happy when you won the Premier League. See?
I think every fan wanted Leicester to win the Prem that year.
Exactly.
I think even Derby fans were celebrating.
Yeah, well, who cares about them? They're in Championship. So You can say hello for me. Say hello. You know what? You can say hello to them and Stoke City because I don't like Stoke either.
Oh, what's Stoke got to do with it?
Don't ask. Stoke. You know what? Don't get me started about Stoke. So much hatred.
Yeah, I don't think Leicester are like Stoke after that last game of the season.
You playing Stoke City on a Tuesday night? Bloody hell.
Well, we beat them last time. I think it was like 5-0.
No, the reason I don't like Stoke because lockdown. Do you remember the last game of the season?
Yeah.
And they had to score 4 goals, and Swansea had to score 5.
Yeah.
And it happened. And then we lost.
We'll be cheering us on next season against Derby.
You can beat them 5-0, 7-0. I don't care.
Well, that's getting up in a Leicester shirt door when they play Derby. You'll have to come and sit next to me, mate.
Now you're pushing it.
Well, you'll have to come and sit next to me, and we'll celebrate together when we're beating them.
You will not see me near Leicester now. I mean, it's neutral. I mean, as a neutral, I got no hate for Leicester. I assume I did, but I didn't. I don't.
Come on then, Forest, Leicester. I mean, like I say, big game for you lot. Obviously, where you want to be for Champions League football and that. It's been a good season for you lot. It has. You know, you've got to give credit. You're up there. It is. You know, and I say that with gritted teeth, Dore, because you know. But the thing is, I like you, Dore, even though you're a Forest fan. You know,
I like you too, Jack. I got no hate for you, Jack.
It is. But no, talk to me about this game, the East Midlands Derby Part 2. It's at your place. What's your sort of thinking ahead of this one? Are there any doubts at all regarding there could be a potential banana skin with this one for you lot, or how do you like go into this game?
Listen, Leicester's got nothing to play for.
Yeah. Is that the worst for you, though, that Leicester's got nothing to play for now, so they can just go out and bring a performance?
Jack, I just don't want Vardy to score. You want Vardy to score, and if he scores, you know, like if I don't know, if he scored 5, I still don't want Vardy to score. Anyone else but Vardy, because that's on his record saying that he scored his total goal against Forest, and he might do some this flag or this to stick around on all the nonsense. But listen, I'm worried a tad. Yeah. I think every football fan is going to be worried. Like when it comes to people call it East Midland Derby. It is an East Midland Derby.
It is.
But you're always going to be worried. You have a little speaking. Oh, it's Leicester, tough game. But yeah, I'm confident. We've got the point against Crystal Palace because let's keep it real. We've not played great for the last 5 games. Maybe the pressure is coming to us, but I think this game's come at the right time for us because I feel we can go when you come to our ground. I think we can get a result. But like I said, it's going to be tight. Like I said, we always score loads of goals past you lot. FA Cup when we beat you, 5-1 or 4-1.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the FA Cup game.
Huh?
We're not going to talk about the FA Cup.
Well, people, if you want to watch that vlog, it's in the description below on my channel, so go and watch it, people.
That was one of the worst days of my life.
I absolutely loved it.
To watch us capitulate in 20 minutes and be 3-0 down.
Bloody when Joe Warwick scored and one of your fans were on the pitch, didn't it?
Unbelievable.
That was mad. But joke aside, like I said, yeah, it's going to be tough. And I feel that we can get a result.
It's a tough game for us. Of course it is. You know, you lot will obviously want to get Champions League over the line. Obviously, Vardy's in the hunt for this 200 goals. So he's one away now. Obviously, this weekend will be his 499th Leicester City appearance. And he'll be hungry. He will. Obviously, he scored against you last time at the King Power. Against this defence you called a brick wall. You said to me, didn't you, before that game, you said you won't get past Morello and Milinkovic, and Vardy did.
Yeah, but Vardy, that's what Vardy does, didn't it? It's a 6-yard box.
Finds a way. It's a tough game. You know, it's not going to be easy. I mean, our record this season speaks for itself away from home. I think the season as a whole has been awful. But yeah, this is a game where, you know, I think we've just got to go and show some fight against you lot. You know, obviously we're down. We've got nothing to play for. I think the pressure's on you lot for the weekend, very much so.
There is pressure. So much pressure.
It's how you lot handle it. That's the main thing. You lot have hit a bit of a stumbling run, haven't you? In the last, what is it? Is it 1 win in the last 6? Is it 7?
One. Is it 1 in 5? I think it is.
Yeah.
I win against Tottenham away. You beat Spurs away as well. That's how embarrassing Spurs are.
So Leicester looks capitalised on you with your little dip in form.
Yeah, like we lost to Villa, Everton, beat Spurs, lost to Man City in the semi-final, lost to Brentford, and drawn to Palace. So, listen, I think I feel we can get a result. I'm going to say that because I'm a Forest fan, but listen, it's not going to be easy because Leicester, like I said, they've got nothing to play for. They'll be up for it.
Yeah.
We'll be up for it.
It's the penultimate game of your season.
Yeah, it is.
I think this one for you lot is bigger than the next 2 after that.
Well, because if we win, we're qualified Europe.
Yeah.
So that's all I care about. Like I don't know what's your opinion about Jack, and people in the comments as well. Get involved, man. Get involved. Hit the like button as well for both channels if you can. Whatever happens, if we get Champions League, it's gonna be fantastic. I know you experienced it with Leicester. Whatever happens, Champions League, Europa, Conference, that'll be more of a. Listen, it's European football. I can go and watch Forest away.
Yeah,
abroad. That's all I care about.
It's about making memories, isn't that? Of course,
exactly. It is. That's what because
you enjoy them type of games away on the away days. I mean, we went to PSV, Roma, them type of teams, and you think, yeah, it's some great.
That's the ground I want to go to, Jack. Just go to their ground and just.
I just think it's better. You know, you see the tifos and that, the European crowds abroad, and they're really loud, aren't they? And everything like that. Put on a right show, and it's good.
But yeah, well, it's going to be tough, but I'm confident Jack will win.
Yeah, not if this man has anything to say about it. Obviously, Dore's getting you the stare down, mate. Will he score his 200th Leicester goal is the main thing. Obviously, 2014 in the Championship, he did score it.
He's not scoring, Jack. Let's answer this question quick. He's not scoring. That's it. His answer.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he'll get one.
No.
And if he gets the winner, it's going to be a bitter taste in your mouth.
It's not happening.
Never say never. Never write him off.
That's my answer. Not happening.
If he is to get that 200th goal at the weekend, to say if he does and it's the winner, that'd be the finish to the fairy tale because he's leaving at the end of the season after 13 years at Leicester. He says his goodbyes. And, you know, to end it on this game, if he scores in this game, I think it'd be good for him. You know, he wants that goal. He's hungry for that goal. This is
it's not happening.
Well, what's your initial thoughts on Vardy's career, though, from an opposition?
Man, if you look at his journey, I think he's one of Leicester City's best players ever.
Yeah.
In this how long he's put for Leicester and all that. For the younger generation, he's been one of the best players. Did he break the record for goals in a row?
11
as well.
11.
So listen, Vardy, football wise, it's been fantastic. Actually, from playing non-only football to come up to Leicester City, is it Fleetwood as well?
Fleetwood for a minute.
And comes to Leicester, win the Premier League, Champions League football, win the FA Cup. It's been fantastic for you, like with Wes Morgan. You would always be a legend for your club as well. So listen, Vardy again, fantastic career. You got to give the guy his flowers. And listen to me, just hope he don't score on Sunday.
I think Dore's got his fingers crossed under that table. No, do you know what? Right. It's going to be a good game. It's been a penultimate game. You know, it's one that we'd obviously like to get something out of, to be honest. And we've just got to show up, give it our best, and see what happens. You know, this might be an actual game where we probably be the best game of the season for us, or it could be our worst game of the season. It could be that. You know, I mean, I've seen us get a few batterings this season, and I'm just hoping it ain't against you lot. But the only positive I'd take out of this, Dore, to be honest, is you can't send us down.
But we can sing about it.
Well, yeah, I'll be putting earplugs in so I don't hear anything.
Jack, enjoy Sunday.
I will enjoy Sunday seeing Vardy score, mate. But if you don't score, and you know you'll obviously clip whatever you do like you did last time, and you clip my vlogs and everything like that.
You started it first, Jack. Don't even start. You started it first, and I got revenge.
Forest fans, it were definitely Dore. Dore started clipping me up, and I thought
people go on Jack's TikTok, and he started it all out, and I got revenge twice.
Oh, Sheffield United winning, are they? I mean,
I don't want them up. Please stay with you. Like, I hate them too. I hate Sheffield United, Stoke, and Derby. Oh, it's ruled out. It's ruled out.
What's happening with Gibbs White? Is he going? Is he leaving?
You know what is Jack, right? You know, like I said, we've been fantastic all season.
A lot of teams will be interested in your players.
I mean, there's going to be teams interested in
like Rich and Murillo, people will be interested because they've
got Gibbs White and Murillo, Campbell Dore, Alanga. It's going to be the usual suspects. Going to be linked with. So, end of the day, if it goes, it goes. Because we've all been there as football fans.
Yeah.
Players and managers leave, fans stay together. Gibbs White has been absolutely fantastic for us. He's our best player, and the link has been around between 60 and 80 million for him. Is he worth it? Yes. Well, between 60 and 80 million he is.
Who's that?
Gibbs White.
I thought you were on about someone else, like Chris Wood or something worth 80 million.
This to me is with 19 goals this season. He scored 2 fantastic goals past you lot. Do you remember?
Do you know what? He always scores against us. He always does, and you could probably bank him getting one at the weekend.
Because if he scores, that's his 20th goal of the season.
He done it for Burnley when he used to play against us, and then he's always done it. You know, it's like them 2 goals that he scored at the King Power. We handed it him on a plate. The defensive errors, basic football errors. Do you get what I mean? If you don't make them errors, you clear the ball. But if you don't, this is where we got punished 3 times with the defensive errors time and time again that game. And obviously 2 good goals by Chris Wood. I think one of them left Matt Hermanson standing. I think he lifted it over him, one of them. But Chris Wood's had a good season. Is he become your all-time top scorer now for the Premier League?
Yeah, he went past Brian Roy.
Yeah.
I had Brian Roy. I had him on my show recently. And he was like, at last. Why has it took so long for someone to replace him and that? So, but yeah, you know what? Everyone had their doubts when we signed him because of his age. But he didn't come in. And he's had one. I think he's had the best season in his career, if I'm honest. 19 goals, 2 against Leicester.
Just like Vardy's going to be rubbing it into you at the weekend.
Chris Wood score 3 goals, that'd be amazing. But yeah, listen, he's been fantastic for us, and hopefully he carries on, and hopefully I feel he can get his 20th goal on Sunday. But listen, he's been great for us.
Yeah.
Did he play for Leicester?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
He played for us for a few years. We signed him from Birmingham. Chris Wood. Or the Albion. One of them. No, West Brom. West Brom. West Brom we're going for. We're on loan at Birmingham, sorry. He was good for Leicester to an extent in the Championship and that. Scored some good goals. And he was a target man. But Nuno's got him playing how he got him playing at Wolves. The main target man down the middle, and you've got the wingers and the player behind him to sort of feed him. And this is what Wolves did with Jimenez, the same sort of football and the same philosophy. And this is why Chris Wood's become so effective for you this season, because you've got it on his head 9 times out of 10.
Exactly.
And he's scored. So
exactly. he's been great. He's been great.
Back, mate. Well, if Wood scores an own goal for us at the weekend and gets us the winner, with that Jamie Vardy goal, of course, I'd take it. But Dore, let's have a look at the last 4 then. Obviously 1 draw, 2 wins for you lot, 1 win for Leicester. I mean, I think David Connolly scored in one of them in the 1-1 draw. That were a while back. Leicester, obviously, last time we came to the City ground,
2-0.
2-0. Brendan Johnson scored. Obviously, the 2 sides back then were in the relegation battle, wasn't there? You know, a win of.
And who's manager? And who's our manager?
Steve Cooper.
Right.
And we had Brendan Rodgers. I think Harvey Barnes missed 2 complete sitters in that game when we could have been leading the game. But yeah, we got punished. Danny Ward masterclass. And yeah, one of the poorest games I'd say I've ever seen at the City ground, to be fair, along with that bloody FA Cup game.
Listen, it was boring as hell, but we got the 3 points. That's all that matters. I don't care. Like, you know what it is? It could be the crappiest game ever. Yeah. I just want Forest to win. I don't care how we play. Like we can be attacking, we can be defensive. I don't want to talk about low block nonsense, mid block. It's crap. XG. I'm not into that crap, Jack. At all. All it matters, we win. And 3 points.
You say what? As long as if we're holding on a bit at the weekend and it's still 0-0 and we get up the other end and score, that's all that matters, Dore.
That's what it matters.
As long as you win it is getting the points. It don't matter. But starting 11, I mean, we'll go with you. Obviously, you played Crystal Palace on Monday. Murillo went down injured, which looked like his hamstring.
Fine.
But how do you sort of change this game? I mean, you played Palace not long ago. Do you make any changes, do you reckon, ahead of this one?
No.
At all?
Well, there's been a debate where
because Dore injured.
Yeah, I think he's injured. Yeah,
in the away.
So I don't think we'll see. I don't think we'll see him again this season. But there's a debate with Ryan Yates and Sagari, because Sagari played his first game against Crystal Palace for a long, long time. But this game on Sunday, is a Ryan Yates game, because Ryan Yates loved playing against you lot.
We handed him a bloody goal at the King Power. We bloody fluffed all bloody lines, and I thought, no, man.
It's a Ryan Yates game. And I
thought you were joking.
Huh?
When he'd scored at the King Power and we fluffed our bloody lines defensively, our own mistakes cost us, and he took it.
It was a great goal. Absolutely great goal. It was.
But yeah, tell you what, use Jamie Vardy shithousing, to be honest, Kel. Let's be honest.
Listen, mate, Ryan Yates scored. Ryan Yates S House against Leicester in front of the Trent end. Oh, I'm jumping. Trent end. I love Yatesy. And it's like with Sangare, everyone has the debate about him. We want him to play fantastic, but since he's been to the club, he's done crap. Like I said, his best game was Crystal Palace.
I remember when you were after Wilfred Ndidi, and the same scenario is.
You know what? Is he a number 6?
Wilf.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's defensive.
Yeah, so like I said, but that's the problem with us. Like I said, we have this debate about we need a 6 and that.
Would you take him in the summer for £9 million?
I've not seen much of him. I don't know. I saw what we linked with him back in the day.
Yeah, you were linked with him before he'd signed Sangare.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if we get in European football, we need to get, because we all know we're not going to get these 9 or 10 players, are we? So maybe get him as a squad player and that. So listen, when Sangare, Yates, one of them 2 will play.
Forest will be too complacent Sunday. Thinks who scores first wins.
Don't talk stupid.
We score first, Jesus. It's gonna rile you lot up a bit, isn't it? That's what you hope don't happen, you know.
Listen to me, we can't lose.
Well, I've seen things.
Not against you lot. I think I got no hatred for Leicester, so just no. If you lot win, listen to me.
Championship for us though.
Listen to me. If you lot win, you're gonna clip me up so bad. So I'm not. No, it's not happening, Jack. Next,
Leicester team for me then. I think he'll stick with Stolasic in goal. Defense. I think he's going to stick with the same back four that played Southampton. Unless he brings the Coley in for a bit more pace, a bit more strength in that defence to probably replace Wildfast. And DD, I think he'll go with Oliver Skip again, unless he might go for Michael Golding, in this game. I'd like to see Jeremy Monga, but I think he'll stick with Jordan Ayew and Jamie Vardy. And I think he'll go with Casey McAteer. He's not had his press conference yet, so I can't really say who's injured. I think Buonanotte might be back after he suffered concussion last week. But, yeah, El Kanous will play as well, by the way. Obviously, he's a great player. £22 million Dore is available for. What do you reckon? Bilal El Kanous.
No. I want a goalkeeper. That's all I want.
What, Hermanson?
Yeah, that's it.
I tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me if bloody Forest.
I'll take goalkeeper and that's it. And backup.
Backup? You're mad.
Backup goalkeeper. That's what you need.
Tell you what, though, your keeper this season has been very busy, hasn't he? He's kept you in a lot of games, and he sells, is it?
Yeah. Best goalkeeper in the Premier League. Facts.
Better than Martinez?
Best goalkeeper in the Premier League. Facts.
You see, you thought about that one.
It is.
Right.
No, Jack. What's goalkeeper's job? What's the goalkeeper's job?
Keep the ball out of the net.
Right. So where sells?
In goal.
How many clean sheets is he the best goalkeeper to have clean sheets?
I don't even know who's got the highest clean sheets. I've not checked any of them.
Victoria.
Yeah, go on.
Sells.
Is he top?
Yes. So what does that say?
You won't keep one at the weekend then.
What? No. Answer my question. What does that say?
That says he's got the golden glove at the end of the season, as it stands. I don't know how many the next keeper behind him is, but
best goalkeeper in the Premier League so far.
So far, come on, Sells has got 13 clean sheets. Come on, Leicester, let's deny them Europe. The next question is Dore, and this is an interesting one for you. Will Leicester City cost Nottingham Forest Champions League football?
No.
Do you know what I think it could be on personally? This would be the departing gift for us to go down with, to say, thanks for the time. This is it, and we'll see you later on. That'd be our greatest departing gift, to see that happen.
Jack, do me a favour.
Go on.
Go off the stream. Wake up. Come back off and talk, and just be sensible.
Well, it's not sensible, mate. Like I said, we've got nothing to play for. Pressure's on you, boys.
Like I said, Jack, I'm not worried.
Score prediction. Forest versus Leicester. I mean, what do we reckon, Dore? I mean, how hard do you kind of see this game? Or do you think it'll be a walk in the park? Are you cautious? I mean...
You're always cautious.
What do you reckon? How do you reckon it'll go this time round?
Listen, it's always going to be cautious, because remember when we went to your place and when Vardy got the equaliser against us, and I thought, oh, here we go again. But I said, since you got rude,
shocking.
You said that.
I did.
I feel we can get a win. I think it'll be tight. Vardy's 100% not scoring. I feel we'll win 4-1.
Oh. Do you know what?
Vardy's not scoring.
Do you know what? Right. This might be delusional, or whatever you want to call it, right? Leicester City to win 2-1 at the City Ground. Jamie Vardy to get his 200th goal on the script of.
You know what he's doing? You know what he's going to do? He's going to dive. He's going to dive all over the place now.
Hey, if you picture this, 90th minute, Milinkovic versus Vardy in a foot
I'm not
race.
picturing nothing. I'm not picturing nothing.
Jamie Vardy gets ahead of him in front, and Milinkovic brings him down for a penalty, and he scores in front of the Trent end.
It's not happening.
Just remember I said it to you before the weekend, and if it don't happen, you can come back to me and say, yeah, it never happened, you're delusional, whatever.
You can come on my you can come on my stream on Monday.
Okay. Well, I'll back us this game, you know.
You are, but you're Leicester fan, aren't you? So you won't get back.
I'll have the optimism, but the sort of the head movement towards this game. Jesus, if we concede the first goal early on, it could probably be a long afternoon where I'll probably be leaving at half time. Let's be honest.
You believe it after 20 minutes?
Well, we'll see. 2-0 Forest, 3-2.
Cow.
It's good to see that the Forest fans are backing their team end of the weekend, as you should. But Dore, it's been a cracker. Hopefully the game on Sunday brings even more entertainment than all banter. But yeah, it's good. It's good having you on. It's good seeing you after a long.
Look, guys, to say something, Jack. Massive credit that you've done. I know you're trying to lose weight, and you can tell. So massive credit to yourself.
Appreciate it
for doing that, man.
And that's not the stress of Leicester, by the way, for anyone watching.
I thought it was. I thought it was just Leicester.
No, so, if it was the stress of watching Leicester, I'd have gone grey Dore.
See that? See this? I've been grey. That's the start of
That's just a number of years of heartache, mate.
Huh?
That's just a number of years of heartache without a domestic trophy.
Is that first dig? Okay? Is that your first dig? Okay, calm down. All right then, Jack. Okay. You wait till Sunday. Don't forget, people. Don't forget to put Jack's on my channel tomorrow. So if any Leicester fans wants to help Jack, please do come subscribe to my channel. And then, yeah, have some fun.
Yeah, hit the like button, guys.
Hit the like button, subscribe, people.
Subscribe to Dore, subscribe to me. And, yeah, it should be a fantastic occasion on Saturday. Will Leicester City cost Nottingham Forest Champions League football? It remains to be seen with a question mark. Until then, thanks for watching. Take care.
Come on, Forest!
You up to?
Come on!
And bring the Reds on. And yeah, Dore, thanks for coming on, mate. Before I let you go, let everybody know where they can find you, pal.
DoreOntour. I do Forest content. Home and away. I'm just like Jack, basically. I follow Forest up and down, the highs and the lows. And yeah, I enjoy it. So make sure everyone subscribes to myself. Everyone subscribe to Jack. Even if you're watching Championship football next season, and Jack will be watching my channel in the Champions League. And Jack, and before I do go, to all your Leicester fans out there, I can do a massive favour for me. Can you say hello to Derby and Stoke for me, please? That'd be much appreciated from me as well. So thank you for the 3 points Leicester at I can say Filbert Street. That's what I call it, man.
King Power Stadium, but yeah. Cheers, Dore.
Thank you.
That was DoreOntour. And yeah, and that was the match preview from me and Dore. But yeah, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you know and you haven't subscribed already. Let me know your score predictions. If you're a Forest fan watching this back, if you're a Leicester fan watching this back, let me know your scores. Let me know how you think Sunday's going to go as we head to the City Ground as Leicester take on Forest in part 2 of the East Midlands derby of the season. Then take care. I'll see you soon. Hi all, thank you for watching The Final Whistle. If you enjoy all our content, please remember to smash a like, share and subscribe to the channel.